Are you tired of having to buy those new jeans because they're a little too tight at the waist? Do you feel like you're growing lazy and gaining weight because of it? Well, I would like to show you how important exercise is for our health. The sooner you start, the better. This way you can enjoy the health and psychological benefits for the rest of your life. It would be easy to assume that nobody would argue that exercise is harmful, and most would agree that it is extremely helpful and very beneficial. However, I am not sure that all of us are getting the sufficient amount of exercise that we need. So today, I would like to tell you not how to exercise, but convince you to go out and get some exercise. First, I would like to share my main concern with everyone's lack of exercise. Lack of exercise is extremely harmful for our health. The leading cause of death in this nation is cardiovascular disease, which is caused by inactivity for exercise, for going outside, just sitting on the couch. This can cause cardiovascular disease over a long period of time. For example, little to no activity at all can cause clogged arteries and veins, increasing your chances of cardiovascular disease. Little activity is also cause for us to have more fat in our bodies. And this excess fat can also lead to a higher rate and risk of heart disease. For example, the excessive amounts of fat can lead to an elevated level of cholesterol. These elevated levels of cholesterol are the main reason for increased risk of heart disease and strokes. Based on these statistics then, you will increase your chances of dying at a younger age. And many of you may be wondering why I'm preaching to a bunch of 20-year-olds about why they should be exercising, but college-age students aren't as healthy as we believe. In fact, our health from high school seniors to a first-year college student typically decreases drastically. In high school, it is required for students to take physical education. They're more involved with sports, which makes students more active throughout high school, allowing them to be healthier and stronger. In moving to college, many people lose their active roles that they played in high school, decreasing their overall activity when they get to college. In doing so, they instantly become more vulnerable of developing excess fat, elevated levels of current cholesterol, and begin increasing their risk of heart rate later on in life. If they continue to stay inactive, the rate will continue to rise every single year, making you more prone to those diseases. Now that we're in college, we have the needs to study more and attend classes more and not be able to work on our physical and mental health through exercise, and it becomes difficult. But with all the time we need to focus on our schooling, we have less time and desire to want to get the sufficient exercise that we need. The point becomes increasingly significant as we realize that in this stage of our lives, as a primary force in determining our future behavior is the behavior we do right now. Our activity now may lead to an activity later. For example, many college students love to go out, party, and drink. Their choices of a brand of beer will be carried on for many years to come. This is the same with exercise. If you choose to exercise now, it will also determine whether you will exercise in the future. If we are inactive now, we are getting ourselves into a rut of being inactive. Now, this rut can be avoided, but it is difficult if you try to get back on path later in life. If you choose to stay inactive when you were young, the older you grow, your feelings towards that will not change, and it will drastically get much harder to get into exercise when you are so used to staying inactive. A fair question to ask is, what is so great about exercise? If it is such a pain, is it really worth living a couple extra years? To this, I would respond that it is not a pain at all. To exercise, you do not have to lift weights for hours on end or join a wrestling team. Exercise can take as little as 15 minutes per day. According to the Mayo Clinic, 15 to 30 minutes of exercise per day is more than enough time to get in a great workout and increase your daily health. What advantage of being healthy is that when your body needs sleep, you tend to not want to work out. You tend to want to sleep more. But by working out, your body can heal itself and grow stronger and healthier to where you don't need as much sleep. For example, instead of sleeping 10 hours or sleeping in late into the day, you will be more than fine getting only 8 hours and taking those extra 2 hours to maybe wake up early and give yourself a suitable amount of time to get 15 to 30 minutes of a good exercise. With this, there should be no reason, no excuse to not want to better yourself, not want to better your health, not only for yourself, but for your friends, your family, and other future relationships. Not only does exercise make you feel better and healthier, but can also help with things that you may be doing every single day. For example, when walking to class, you will not get as winded or as out of breath as easily. You also won't get sick as easily, since exercise increases the body's resistance. To explain, exercise can build your immune system and strengthen it, which in turn keeps you much happier and much healthier. More important, however, are the effects on your body that you don't feel. Increasing your cardiovascular strength increases your heart stroke efficiency. Researchers at San Diego State have found that increases in exercise slow the onset of senility, meaning a less chance of being senile at a much older age. So if none of these facts impress you, keep in mind that exercise makes us look better and gives us really good physical attributes that many would consider attractive. Just as none of us want to be called fat, none of us want to die earlier. So, we should all get into the habit of exercising regularly, right now. If all of us begin a routine of staying in shape, keeping in mind that it will make us healthier, give us a better slate of mind and body, we can make sure the future years of our lives are way more rewarding. Preceding all of this information, I would hope you take it upon yourself to learn what exercises work for you. But take this information and hold on to it, because I hope they convinced you enough to want to do something to have a positive impact on your life. So why wait for tomorrow and start exercising today? Thank you.